In this video, I'll be talking about anomaly and anomaly detection within Power BI. So let's see the definition of anomaly. Anomaly means something different, abnormal, peculiar, or not easily classified. It is basically a deviation from your common rule. Now, if you see Wikipedia definition, it talks about anomaly detection, why it is used, because basically it is used to identify an item, event, or observation which basically deviates significantly from the majority of the data. It is mainly used for analysis and it can be used in various domains like cybersecurity, medicines, machine vision, statistics, neuroscience, law enforcement. We will be able to identify intrusion detection with anomaly. It is used in various applications to detect fintech fraud, for pre-processing, for video surveillance. It is used in IT infrastructure, IoT system, petroleum industries, oil and gas pipeline monitoring. So basically, it is used to monitor a set of series of events, and if you find anything abnormal, then it is reported. So that's the whole concept of anomaly detection. Now I'm in Power BI desktop, so this is a November 2024 version. So I have a simple table called as financial. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start finding out the anomaly within my data. So I'm going to pick up a couple of data sets. So first let's go with financial. So uh, I'm going to pick up line chart. So this is basically you trend it against time, your data. So I have this line chart over here. If I go to financials, I have a date field. So I'm going to put that in an x axis. So date is part of this x axis. And I have an option to pick up date or a date hierarchy. I will pick up date on x axis. Then I'm going to find out sales. So what are the sales? How many sales occurred for that specific period of time? So I'm going to pick up sales and put it in y axis. So that's a sum of sales. Now this is how my sales has happened. Now as you see from the graph over here, there are a bit of anomaly because it started with September 2013. There was a peak, there was a trough, and then again there was like a dip and rise. So there are some sort of anomalies which may happen in this data set. So if you want to find that within Power BI, what you can do is like under visualization, you click on add further analysis to your visual. So if you click over here, here you will see an option called as anomalies. Okay, so if I turn this on, watch what happens. It has identified couple of anomalies over here. Now, first, let's go into the visual aspect of the anomaly detection process. Now, here, this visual, it is showing us in the shadow over here that there are some anomalies which has been detected, and we can play around with the visual. So, if we go to anomalies over here, and if I expand this anomalies, I will come to this option set, but let's play around with the shape first. So I've turned on the shape. Now, what if I turned off the shape? You will see this shape is gone, right? So you can play around with the shape. You can put a type as square, circle, or maybe triangle, right? And you can increase the size, decrease the size. So let me increase the size to 10 pixels, and maybe rotation, I can put it 78 degrees or whatever I want. Okay. And color. So usually anomalies are pointed as a red color. So let me put that as a red color. And transparency, I can set the transparency, right? I can put this detect rotation as 0. So let me put this as 0 degrees. Or maybe I'll just say this should be 180 degrees. And this is how it will point that anomaly. I have an option to select the border. I can turn on and off the border for that particular visual. And then expected range, I can either fill it. Now as you see over here, the shadows are filled, but what if I just want to show in the form of a line? I can do that. I have an option to set the transparency. So if I select fill, and I'll say transparency as 12, or maybe I just put transparency as 82, I can do that. If you select line, then again the same thing, I can show that in a red color as well if I want to show the anomaly. Or maybe I can pick up some different color. So this is how you basically play around with the settings. Now anomalies. Now as you see over here in anomalies, you have an option to set the UI, but there are options like if you see in the option set, there is how sensitive you want that anomaly to be. So now here in this case it is 70%. Now, what if I make it 78%, or maybe if I make it 28%? So I have an option to change that sensitivity. And also, if I want to explain it by different fields, I can add data over here. But if you want to explore anomalies, you can select this indicator which identifies that there is an anomaly. You can view the tooltip, and if you double click on it, here you will see the anomalies listed in this particular section. Now it says sum of sales was unexpectedly low on so and so date. It had a value of this, which is below the expected range of this. So this is how the anomalies get explained to you. Now, from an anomaly perspective, like if I just minimize this, and if I just select on this particular visual, if I select the analytics section over here, again go back to anomalies, I have an option to explain further. Like if I want to see what has happened, like I can add a data and I say, I please explain me if the sales is somewhat related to either the country or the discount which I have provided. So I can select multiple option: country, cost of goods sold, manufacturing price, or the month on which that product is sold, or the product itself, or a profit or a sale price. And I can just apply these settings, and then accordingly it will give you more information about that anomalies. Now this is for one visual. I can do that for another visual as well. So I have an example of adventure sales work. So again, same thing. What I'm going to do, I will be picking up the line chart. So this is the line chart, and here I will select date. So this is the date on the x-axis, and I have a sales. So basically I'll go to sales, I'll say sales amount, so total sales amount. So I'll just pick up the sales amount, and then that will show me the sales amount. Now I can select the date as a date hierarchy or just as a date. So this will list down the line chart, and from here I can come, just select this, I'll type in anomalies, and then it should be able to spot those anomalies within the visual. Now this is a lot of records, so it might take a while because this is like a record spanning across multiple points. So I can turn this on, I can turn this off. Now same thing, it will show me the record, what record has an anomaly, and then I can navigate to that specific record, and then see some further explanation. Now a couple of things to bear in mind. Now Microsoft has documented insights in learn.microsoft.com. Now here they have mentioned that insights is currently not available in apps and embedded for reports in premium workspace. And if no insights are found, you see this message, we didn't find any insights. Now there are a couple of things to note over here. The data or visuals that aren't supported are anomalies and trend insights are supported on time series with numeric data on visuals such as line charts. Now it will not work on all the visuals. It will work on line charts, area charts, stacked area bar and column chart, clustered bar and column charts. Anomalies and trends are only supported for built-in date hierarchy. So if you are using a custom date time field, it will not work. They aren't supported on a custom date hierarchy field. The data doesn't have significant anomalies or trends. You can try filtering your data or check back later when there's new data. So again, it's a trial approach. Basically, if it doesn't work now, you just refresh your Power BI desktop and then again come back at a later point of time. You will see some more analysis happening within the system. So it is not that spot uh, ready, but these are the set of considerations and limitation which you need to be aware of. So it is all documented within the learn side. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically use anomaly detection within Power BI desktop to spot anomalies within your record, and then do a basic analysis on the trend data. Thanks for watching.